Lexington. So we're meeting. Oh, I just drove over a dead animal. That's so disgusting. And yeah, so I'm on the road. And obviously it's probably too dark in the car for you to be able to see me, so I'm showing you the foggy highway. All right, let's make our day be a 1 hour day to be. It is Saturday, December 18th. 1 week from Christmas exactly. Woohoo! It's the best week of the year, is it? Another week before Christmas. Filled with anticipation, longing for the day to get here. All right. Merry Christmas. 7 days early. There we go. This is my mass airflow sensor. I'm excited. Let's go put it in and then take the car around the block and see if that helps. MAF, mass airflow. Please be the right thing. Please, oh please. No, this one-handed package opening never works out very well. Open. Well, it was a brand new, nice stiff box. I'll give them that. So that at least is a good sign. Oh yeah, that looks right. Definitely what was in the picture. Don't. Gotta be careful though. It's got a little filament in there that I don't want to mess up. Where does it open? Where does it open? It opens. There we go. Yeah, this part I can touch. This part I can touch. I don't want to touch that part. All right, let's go install it and hope for the best. So we've loosened this, the bracket that holds that thing in place, this extra thing. I've loosened this already. I just unplug this thing, which fortunately for us is easy peasy lemon squeezy. And then this comes out, as you know. All right, and now I need to get the Torx bit to get these out, and because that's the part that I'm replacing. Dun, dun, dun. It doesn't want to focus. With the bright light, Oh, focus. There you go. Get in there. This is an easy job. So what I've been fascinated by though, while I'm doing this work, worth talking about is that almost all of the purchase opportunities, if you go to Google search and look to get a mass airflow sensor, it's for this whole thing. It's for this whole piece. Now, why would you do that when this is a viable option? Oh yeah, look. Like the resistor thing is gone out of this. That's fascinating. So let's grab the new one. All right. Well, that might have something to do with it. Good Lord, let's hope that's right. It should only go on one way. And that way is this way. Yeah, so it matches. You can see how it matches the profile of the thing. Okay. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna put this thing on and we're gonna go for a drive. Okie dokie. As you can see, we are all back together. Tightened. Let's drive the sucker. We are going for a drive in my car now that I've replaced that part, just to see if that makes a difference. Not even going to shut the garage. I should mention that I had a nice but sad chat with my neighbor across the street, Marty, who is 88 years old. His wife did in fact pass away. It's very sad. He's, of course, very sad. They were married for 70 years. 70 years. Longer than I've been alive. Sweet, sweet couple. Sweet, sweet man. He's a great neighbor, so I'm sad to hear that news. I don't really know if I'm going to do enough driving to really let the computer figure out this new difference in the mass airflow that's coming in, but I will say that even just this short mile, the car is in fact running a little better. It's not lugging the way that it has been lugging in the past in transition. So between that and the new spark plugs, I hope that this is a start. I know I must have a vacuum link somewhere, so I still have to do that. And I have some of those. I've talked about it so many times. I've got some stuff to install that I purchased a year ago. It's a fairly major thing to take off. I basically have to take off the fuel rail, and it's underneath the intake, and so it's kind of hard. The intake manifold. But yeah, this is good. Oh, there's a car. Yeah. Well, on the first real test going up a hill, it did some of what it's been doing with the stuttering. The check engine light is flashing. So it's been better. Yeah, but it doesn't like that much. I don't know. On to the next thing. On to the next. Like I said, it does take some time for the computer to adjust to having the correct mixture and all that stuff. Ooh, that was bumpy. So I did want to give it some gas, you know, put it under a little bit of pressure. No, my check engine light's flashing again, so there's still something up. It could, but you know, I mean, it could be an O2 sensor. It could be not just those vacuum lines. Dadgummit. Oh well, I was hoping. So even if so the spark plugs made it better for a day. This made it better for a little bit of this ride. So whatever is actually wrong, you know, these things kind of mitigate it, and then whatever the actual wrongness is kind of rises back to the surface, I guess. But, okay, so we've eliminated two things. And neither of those things would make a faulty ignition coil act better, so. I'm wondering. Okay, that was too much video of me just thinking. I'm sure I edited all that out, though. See, but pulling in my driveway, that was better. There's some video that I missed last night. So I wanted you to see these couple of houses. With this in their tree. And these folks over there. And this one right here. Hey, it is going on 6:15 actually, and should be pulling into the parking lot at the country club right now, and I'm not. And here comes a car. Hold on. I'm by the houses with all the blow-ups again. So we'll get a bit of that as we're going by. It is pretty impressive. All right, yeah, so actually the car is running a little better now that it's had a chance to run a little more. Second caroling gig of the day, had a pretty mellow in-between time, which is just fine and peachy with me. So away we go, just checking in with y'all on this Saturday night here, making our day what we want our day to be, yada, yada, yada. What else do I say? Oh yeah, wish me luck. This will be a typical normal caroling gig here. Maybe I'll shoot a little video tonight. I haven't done that like at any caroling gig, I don't think. That'd be fun. All right, see you, bye, gotta go. Hi. Caroling gig is over. It was the typical thing, but I got to see some people, which was nice. Parents of an old high school girlfriend who were still Facebook friends, and they were super nice. Oh, my lights faded. Get the lights back on. And, it was a good gig. So always a good time here at the country club. It is 8:36, so we're going to head home and call it a night on this Saturday. So I hope you made your day what you wanted your day to be. I did with mine. Later, y'all. I should also mention that the car is happier I still think I'm right that the computer and the mass airflow sensor just need to talk a little bit. I didn't get any of that like lugging in second gear kind of check engine light flashing thing. So a little bit better, back to kind of where it was before any of this happened. So not perfect, but better. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. I am in my son's car, I guess. Yeah, sure. The Highlander, because, mine's in the garage. And I somehow dilly-dallied. I don't know how I dilly-dallied. I thought I moved through the morning at a normal pace, brushing my teeth, getting dressed, but I didn't. So I was in too much of a hurry to move the van, get my car out of the garage, shut the garage, move the van back, and then get on the road. And he's not going anywhere. He'll probably still be deep in REM sleep when I get back from church, so no worries there. Although, again, car's a mess, but at least there's gas in it. Oh my God, and listen to me, and we gotta go sing. So yeah, I am just hurrying to get to church, which always makes me feel bad. If I exceed the speed limit on the way to church, I just feel bad about that. But I am quite late. Well, I'm not late yet, but I will be, because it's gonna take me more than 7 minutes to get there, and that's how much time I have to get there, to be like in my robe and ready to rehearse. So let's make our day a little better after this, shall we? Dang it, I'm so close. I'm pulling up the street to the church. All right, I told you I couldn't do it, but I got here in 7 minutes. Whew. Oh, turn. Oh, deer in the street. Here in the city, in Mount Lookout, we have deer in the street. Okay, we're off to caroling. Dropped a turkey sandwich, homemade turkey sandwich by me, off with the lovely and talented Mrs. at the school gym where she's working the concession stand and entrance gate. And I grabbed a pack of M&Ms, and they just don't taste right, don't taste good. So this is still being weird. Although, again, phantom smell, not there. Not there. I had a talk with a friend, Dennis, who had COVID a year ago, and he still has weird sensory taste and smell issues. And things just don't taste good. Like the brewing coffee used to smell good to him. He can't stand the smell of it now. Skyline chili doesn't taste right to him. He doesn't enjoy it, which stinks. That would stink. That did not happen to me, mercifully. But yeah, I just noticed that. So, and the car was doing great until I went to go up the hill to the school, and then it did its little I don't like that thing. So the mass airflow sensors clearly made an improvement, along with the new spark plugs, but car woes still continue. Still got to keep figuring out what the heck's going on. All right, I gotta look at my directions. Oh, we're not there yet? We're not there yet. I'm on Columbia Parkway, headed back towards downtown, much like the last video. And here's that house that was all lit up, that historic house. You can barely see it because of all the garbage, but there it was. And then there's the weird house next to it. That was not as good as I thought it was going to be. Hey, look, there's Kentucky. Oh, look, there's a bunch of trees. Cool spots.
Then keep right.
All right, this is the monastery right up here. This is where the event center is now. It was, in fact, a monastery up here in Mount Adams. And so that's where we're singing tonight. Sorry.
0.1 of a mile, turn right, and then turn right.
Yeah, thanks so much. That's used to be the Art Academy of Cincinnati, straight in front of us. Mostly I'm just going to start looking for a parking spot now. Well, there is one available in the church parking lot. I'm early enough for that. Feeling a little guilty about that, but that's the place. And then that's the view looking out over downtown Cincinnati. I can see the stadium from here. That, huh? Again, we're looking across at Kentucky. We're here in Mount Adams. All the steep streets. It's hard to see. This is a lovely big place. So when I was a kid, we would come up here a month before St. Patrick's Day for the stealing of the statue. We would steal it from another church, not the monastery, but the Immaculata Church. The American Irish Club, the Hibernians, would steal the statue and keep St. Patrick captive until he appeared as on the float for the parade. And so the adults would then go drink at Crowley's, and the kids would run around Mount Adams. and trying not to step in dog poop, which is everywhere. I also spent a lot of my time in my youth at this place here called the Blind Levin Cafe, which is hidden in between these two buildings. You go down this stairwell in the alleyway there. A couple of friends played music there, and so we'd go see them and hang out. I would drink hot chocolate, and they would have alcoholic beverages. Right there's the Monastery Street, so that's where I just came from up there. Got to go back around that. So we're just kind of doing a lap from where I just was. A bunch of bars, there's restaurants and stuff in here. All kinds of fun things, and some lady yapping. All right, so I'm going to take a left and then show you Crowley's, which I didn't show you before the first time. So the Mount Adams Pavilion, that was there all through the 80s too, but Crowley's has been here forever. Highland House Cafe, really one of the original Irish bars in town. And then we got this lovely little skinny street. Another Dave story. There used to be a movie theater on the street when there used to be lots of little movie theaters around town. And somebody from church set my brother and up on a double date with some girls to come see a movie here. And we came and saw the original French La Cage aux Folles, which is a very interesting movie to be on a first date on. That was the movie theater. Now, as you can see, it is not. It's a home. All right, enough of that. Famous from a couple years ago is a spot up the street here where there was a taxi stand and somebody parked, and then he came out and his car was towed. He read the sign accurately, actually. The sign said that there was a taxi stand Friday, Saturday from like 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Well, if you read your times accurately, this was a Saturday night. That means that doesn't include Saturday night, because it said Friday, Saturday, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Well, that's a 3-hour period on Friday night, overnight into Saturday morning, if you read the sign literally. Of course, the police and who had him towed didn't read it that way. So it didn't, he got towed. But the guys, when we picked up his car, we went pretty much straight down to the impound lot. One of our friends that was a volleyball crew, one of them, he was an ex-cop and his wife was a cop. And so we called him and he called her, and she called the place where they hold the cars until they go to the actual storage when they get towed like that. And we went down to pick it up, and we made the case and said, listen, this is, here's a picture of the sign, and it literally, we were not in the towing times. And he said, you know what, you got a point there. You should, fight it and see what the judge says, see if he agrees with you. But he ended up just paying the ticket. We were lucky, didn't want to push the luck, that we saved a lot of money by it not actually getting like all the way impounded. It was just where they drop it off downtown. I love that story. It's still true. Literally, the sign was wrong. It was an incorrect sign. I just did a big lap around someplace where I used to work, the Cincinnati Playhouse in the Park. But you don't need to know that. Oh wait, I just went the wrong way. I gotta go back around. Cool. All right. Oh man, they are doing major construction here. You gotta see this. The Playhouse, it's growing, which is good. So there'll be a new entrance over here. It is a Lort D, I think, class theater, and it's been here for a very, very, very long time, since the 60s. And I worked there in the end of the 80s and the beginning of the 90s in the administrative offices. And that was a wonderful time. That was a wonderful period of life here in Mount Adams. Here's the Playhouse from down below on the other end. You can see it says Playhouse up there. Again, regional theater. Cool stuff happening up there. I'm not going to drive up into all of that. I will get some twisty turnies. So one of the fun things about hanging out in Mount Adams is there's no good parking. So you're always looking for a parking spot and some open spot. This also, I'm not going to say it, but it was Dog Poop Beach, because this is where everybody in Mount Adams walked their dogs, but it was also where people would come hang out for some sunshine. All right, another trip up around to where I found myself behind somebody who apparently has never been to Mount Adams, don't know where they are or where they're going. Maybe they're going to be here for the wedding, I don't know. Oh no, they're going to try and parallel park in the street, which is fine. This is what we do here. So they're just looking for a spot. lots of steep streets. Obviously, this weird house in front of us has an interesting history. And there's the church. So here are the Mount Adams steps up to the Church of the Immaculata. Easter morning, Catholics say the Rosary on each one of those steps as they hike up them. It's a long, or maybe it's Palm Sunday. I can't remember because I'm not Catholic. Actually, a famous baseball player, David Justice, lived here briefly. There you go. There's a good view. There's a good view of the bridge. We've been on that bridge. You know what that bridge is. Awesome. Actually, I had a friend that lived in this little Phillips Place, this little nook. She was a friend, this orthopedic surgeon, Lisa. And so we had a couple of good fireworks parties there. That was a place that has a restaurant at the top called the Celestial. Been there for a long time too. It is actually the site right next to it is where the incline used to come up from downtown. And then this was the Rookwood Pottery, very famous pottery, tiles, fine art pottery. And it's been a restaurant off and on for many, many years. I did just drive up the street to get up to where we're going, and now we're back to where I did use my turn signal before, remember? I said sorry to that person, and I'm gonna go back up and park. No use driving around, and I wanna get a good spot. I did go the wrong way down that street when I parked there the first time. No wonder people were looking at me funny. It was a one-way. Oops. Now we only have a half an hour to kill. I got a cup of tea. Actually, there's a UDF down there. I might go down and get an eggnog shake. Here we go. There's the place again in the night. It's lovely. Gig is over. You can't see me. You can see me a little bit. Oh, it was cold. We sat outside, sang outside at first, and then got to go inside a tent where it was super loud. Saw some people that I knew, of course. A guest at the wedding. So, you know, small world. Small world. All right, I'm gonna stop. Here comes the car. Boo! They had already lost game one when I got in there. And I switched in and we lost game two, so we're out. That was quick. So no fun for volleyball. Going to Target, maybe dinner with the lovely and talented missus. All right. Checking out for Sunday. I hope you made your day what you wanted your day to be. That's all I got. Go do things.